Hello. To someone out there, you may be going through some severe suffering right now, and you're trying to. It's causing your faith to be tested. Everything about you is being tested right now, and it could even be a thing where you have an option for the suffering. Maybe it's not even just pure suffering. Maybe you even have an option. Maybe you're trying to be obedient to God on something. But I feel like there's someone out there that is suffering, and I want to give you um, a quick word of encouragement. Um, Now, if you are suffering because you're trying to be obedient to God on something, let's say that God has told you not to do something, or God has said, that, or maybe you could do something sinful to make things feel better, but you don't want to do that, So maybe you're suffering, and maybe there's something you can do about it. So maybe that's a better way to put it. Maybe you're suffering, and there could be something that you could do about it. But like, if you did that about it, it would be a sin. Okay. Well, I want to say this first. First, I don't want to cheat you down and give you the wrong information. I want to lay it to you straight. You got to be obedient to God. James 1:22 says, "Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." John 14:15 says, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments." Acts 5:29 says we must obey God rather than man. So I want to give you words of God right there, because when somebody comes on and says things like, "Oh, God just wants to be happy," no, there's no scripture in there that says, anywhere in the Bible where it just says just God just wants you to be happy, and you don't have to worry about doing what He says, because God wasn't created for us; we were created for God. So, but I want to say that, and I know that that might be tough, to hear that, because maybe you're trying to think like, oh, maybe I can just do a little sin right here and do that right there. But like I said, you got to be obedient. But I will say this right here. I'll give you some words of encouragement right here. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all His commandments, I give you today, all the commandments I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations on earth. That's Deuteronomy 28:1.